Aloha, everyone, and welcome to William Bill Meisel Veterans Memorial Field here on the campus of Manchester West High School for tonight's matchup between the Souhegan Sabers and the West Blue Knights. My name is Kyle Heavey from Manchester Public Television. It's a pleasure to be with you on a beautiful night. We have the remnants of Hurricane Lee kind of in the area, but right now we have a beautiful sunset, and we are ready for a beautiful game. To my right, we have Mr. Michael Gonzalez back for Week 3 here at West High School. We have yet to see West score a point this season, but today could be the day. Today will be the day. Oh, well, we have a little technical difficulties. Zach Johnston here doing our first football game here for the Manchester Public Television. Pleasure to be with you here.
It's a pleasure to be here as well.
There we go. Michael, I think I can hear you.
Yeah. Well, I was going to say,
I wasn't trying to do that on purpose.
Oh, that's okay. Yeah. But, West High first-year coach, it's a lot like being a new parent. They've had the toughest teams week 1, 2, and 3. If they can get through this, take their lumps, I think they're going to rattle off some wins. But you know what? It probably won't be tonight. I'm sorry to say it. Souhegan's really good.
Souhegan is really good. They have not given up a point this season. I went and saw them last Saturday night when they beat down their arch rival Milford by a score of 39-0. But West gets the ball first, and we can see what they can do. Zach, I know you've been able to do some research on the West offense, and what are you seeing from these guys?
Well, I really do think they have discipline issues, and they've had situations where they look like they're about to find the end zone, and they just have penalties that push them back. But the run game, they're definitely a run-first offense. You see quarterback Gio Doria come out, run the ball himself, and they give a lot of direct handoffs to running backs. They do a lot of jet sweeps. They're definitely a run-first scheme offense. If they limit the turnovers, limit the penalties, I think they'll find the end zone today and really just keep themselves in this game. They got to stay disciplined on offense, defense, and special teams.
Well, it's Carl Taylor Jr. that got that handoff to start off that game, but not able to get a single yard just yet, but we'll see what they can do on 2nd and 10. Michael, it's good to see Carl back after that injury in Week 1.
Yeah, he came off limp in Week 2, but he's back now, and you're going to see him featured a lot. Gino's the key to this game.
And a nice completed pass there, wrapped up by a sea of white, but able to get some yards, and they are very close to a first down. Just about a half yard short, looks like.
That was a good play.
Let's see what we can do on a 3rd down. Glad to see the ball going pretty well right there, Zach.
Yeah, last week, the first time it looked like Gio Doria threw a screen pass, and it got absolutely smothered by Watertown, Massachusetts, their opponent last week. It's good to see them start the passing game early, even if it's just a little bit, 3 to 5 chunk yard plays, but that'll get them down the field. That'll get their momentum going for sure.
You got to get the ball going, and first downs are important, and now we got a QB draw, and it looks like he is going to get across for the first down.
Yeah, that's the power that Gio has, and he just can come out. He'll shoulder a guy, and he won't. He doesn't hesitate to lower the shoulder, even as a quarterback. He's a physical player, and that's a good job by Doria getting him over.
Kyle, the success they had in Week 1 and 2, they didn't move the ball Week 1, but Week 2 they did. They actually got in the end zone and they took a touchdown away. But it's all been Gio's runs. He's going to go shotgun, and he's going to option it to Carl Taylor Jr., but he's going to carry the ball 10 times if they're going to have any success.
If you got to get morale on your side, a way to do it is to start this game with a first down. And 2 minutes into the game, we do not have a 3 and out. Instead, here we are. A nice
end around.
Look at this. Oh, not able to get any further, and a nice wrap-up tackle right there by the Sabers, number 22.
Yeah, that was Keyshawn Foster. We see Foster play receiver. We see him lined up in the backfield, but he's really just their Swiss Army knife kind of guy on offense. They'll pitch it to him. They'll find him through the air. They'll hand the ball off to him. I think that's one of their favorite targets on offense is Keyshawn Foster.
I'd like to see Cassandra Bowen get involved. He's a tall number 21 receiver, really quick, and he's on the end sometimes, as well as 23. They're going to have to throw. You said they run first, right? You are right, but it doesn't work so far, so they got to do something different here.
Grant Harris with that tackle, number 22 for the Sabers, and now here are with a 2nd and 10, and he's going to be wrapped up and brought down, and this energy is on this side of the field for the Souhegan Sabers.
That was the junior defensive lineman, Louis Toledo. That was a heck of a play, putting his entire momentum on Doria there. He really forces him down. He knows Doria has elusiveness, and he kind of just laid right into him there. That was a great tackle.
Well, this is going to make a 3rd and about 14 right now for the Blue Knights, trying to get onto the other side of the field, really making it difficult for the Sabers. who, again, are 2-0. They scored 53-0 week 1 versus Hillsborough Deering. And for West, they've been on the other side. A 49-0 loss to Pelham. And Michael, you saw the game last week, 32-0 to Watertown, Massachusetts. The Raiders came in and took care of business.
They kind of let up, too, on them at the end.
Well, here we go. Pass play. Got to get rid of the ball.
Ooh.
Instead, he's going to be brought down for a big sack. And that is going to be end of that drive right there. I believe the tackle was by Braden Hickman.
You also saw 58 back there. Louis Toledo is going to be a problem for this West offensive line. But, of course, the junior, Braden Hickman, came in there for the tackle for a loss for a sack, and that's Gio Doria and the West offense struggling with pass protection. We'll see a punt here from West.
Kyle, I've never been swarmed by bees, but I imagine that's what it feels like.
I'm impressed with the speed of some of these Sabres.
They've had trouble.
Oh, my goodness.
It's going to get dropped down on, and Souhegan will get the ball at roughly the 5-yard line, I believe it is. And, boy, what started off was a looking good opening drive ended very dramatically and terribly, and now the West Blue Knights defense has got to come into play here.
They've had trouble all year. They got 2 punts blocked last week and 1 the week before. They got to find a long snapper. They got to have something work here.
They have definitely had snapping problems on special teams and on offense. We saw a lot of low snaps to Gio Doria last week against Watertown. You can't really get momentum going when your quarterback can't cleanly receive a snap. I mean, that's how the play starts. They're going to have to change something quickly if they want to get offensive momentum.
Defense has been on the field a lot these past 2 weeks, and obviously they got to stay strong right here, as this is a tough spot to be in with the Sabres and one of the best players in the state, and Romy Jane behind doing the quarterback, and he had 2 touchdown passes last week. Hands went off right here, finds a hole, is still driving, and he is going to be finally brought down.
That's a good tackle. I mean, that's the Blue Knights. They're showing the angst they have so far to start this game in that first snap. I mean, obviously the defense isn't pleased. They're already goal to go, getting right on the field. That's a good stop to push Souhegan away from the end zone as much as possible.
I tell you what, Aiden Paradise needs to step it up on that line right now. He's their senior leader. He's number 74, captain, and he's a beast. Him and 56, they're going to be doing the blunt of the tackling this year.
Romy got to throw here,
my
backside, and caught for a touchdown.
Wide
That's
open.
the Cole Manning. I saw him do that same thing last week, and he's 2 for 2 with touchdown receptions the past 2 weeks, and the Sabres go up 6-0.
That's the poise of Romy Jane. I mean, he knows he's a 3-star prospect. He knows he can just lob that ball in there. He's got senior receivers that can torch a lot of these Manchester West defensive backs. I didn't see him, have any sort of doubt on that throw. He knew exactly where he was going right off the play fake. He was going right to the corner.
The poise, too, as well, was very nice. Fake handoff and just threw it up there. And the kick is good. So Souhegan able to get the ball in friendly territory and take a lead, 7-0, 7:01 remaining in this opening quarter. And, West will have to learn from those mistakes of really what started off as a good-looking drive and just ended up being failure. But, you learn from your mistakes and see what they can do here.
Well, how many times? Yeah, they're going to be learning a lot this year. First-year coach. Hey, you want to be a high school football coach? This is fun, huh? But you know what, Kyle? This is going to be Souhegan's chance to show Pelham that we're just as good as you. Pelham came in and won 59-0. I imagine they're going to try to do something impressive, too, because it really is about those 2 teams this year.
Well,
Pelham hasn't lost in 3 years.
I know it's scary to think that some of the seniors haven't lost in their high school career. I mean, that's some. Zach, unfortunately, you have not been able to witness any of that from any of your teams.
Yeah, it's been a lot of Division I. I mean, I go to Manchester Memorial. There hasn't been a lot of wins there, and I hate to say it's been 10 years since Memorial has themselves a banner. The 2013 hockey team for Manchester Memorial,
which is non-existent anymore, as they've all combined to make one team. And a good kick right
live
here.
ball. Got to get on that.
And it's going to be picked up by the Sabres. It looks like all the arms are going that way. We'll see what the officials say. And, yes, a bad special teams mistake right there by the Blue Knights allows the Sabres to get good field position again, guys.
How many times? Okay, so you say you got to learn from this. They do have to learn from this. They can't keep having that. Coach has to tell these middle guys that this isn't a punt. This is a live ball. And here we go. Short field for Romy Jane, and that's not good.
Again, a 5-yard drive to get the score on the board, and now here they are at about the 30-yard line. So things are we do have a timeout on the field, though. So a lot of kind of talk for West to figure out what they can do right. And for the Sabers, they're just able to do whatever they want right now.
Don't be surprised if Romy Jane scores a 27-yard touchdown on the first play of this drive. Souhegan, like you mentioned, they're looking to push it to Pelham. I will not be surprised whatsoever if Romy Jane goes right back to the corner.
We'll see. I mean, it was a good Ryan Kavanaugh and Cole Manning are both phenomenal senior wide receivers who both scored in their contest last week versus Milford, like I said. So we'll see. The defense of West has got to stay stingent here. As and now that I see where the ball is, it's actually placed at the 27-yard line.
I'm with Zach on this one, and they're going to score. It's just a matter of how many plays.
Oh, well.
Because Romy Jane's a stud, and West is backed out there. It's not the typical start you want, that's for sure. But, again, taking lumps, I'm telling you, West will rattle off 3 wins this year.
J.J. Bright in the backfield for the Sabres as well. 2 men in motion. That's very unique to see. But we'll see what happens if they run to the far side. A quick little handoff,
nice
trying to
block.
get to the side.
Pancake.
Let's see if it's going to be a holding call or not. And he's going to be brought down finally. It looks like a run there by
Carson Ben, the senior, number 34. When you put 2 guys in motion like that, you really don't know who's getting the ball. Is it a direct snap? Is it a handoff to the running back? But no, they bring 34, the senior, Carson Ben around. They give it to him. They get to the outside.
You see that block by 2? Oh, my goodness. You thought it was a hold. That's how bad he crunched that.
I just wasn't. I was hopeful for West.
Wow.
You know, I wanted that to be, a penalty.
That was a running back who made that. Number
that's
2,
the scary part.
J.J. Bright, that's how powerful the Sabres really are. I mean, that was a powerful block.
Yeah, he took on a linebacker and just crushed him. Pancake,
right,
they
again
call
in
it.
the backfield.
Watch number 10.
And looks like Romy is
Take it.
gonna.
Oh!
He's gonna want to forget about that quickly.
Good attempt, though. Good coverage. Man.
Boy, 23, good size player, played a really strong defense there, but
Terrence Boville on that play. He's covering Cole Manning. That's a tough job, and to me, that seems like Romy Jane's number 1 target. And I knew he was going that way off the snap. It just looked like Manning was turned the other way, maybe a little early by Jane, or maybe that's just really good coverage.
Terrence covered him really well on that, and he almost made a spectacular pick.
well, here we go with like 2nd and 10 from roughly the 15-yard line.
Sweet.
It's going to be to Bright. Bright's going to try to run, but
Good
he's
job by Aiden Paradise.
moving and is able to be finally brought down before getting himself a first down.
Look how big Paradise is. He just took on the block and actually showed some quick feet for a big man. Good job.
Yeah, one thing I've noticed about this Souhegan team, they have great poise, they have great command, but they're also really good game managers. I was sitting in the parking lot watching them come off the bus. You see a lot of these teams with great records playing really super cocky, but this team just has poise. They're a really respectable football club, and all I saw with them walk off the bus, they have really good character. Watch a play-action throw here.
Well, it looks like he's winding up. The throw is not complete, and it will be 4th down. I believe the play was to Connor Cassidy, the senior.
That's a tough drop.
That's a tough drop, but it's a great play call. Just a quick wheel route, wide open for a first down. Hey, West will take any break they can get right now.
Well,
They're going to go for it, though.
This is a big, what's this, 3rd down?
4th.
it's 4th and 8. The scoreboard does say 3rd, but it is wrong.
Yeah, Chain Gain says 4. This has got to be a huge play. This could change the entire momentum for West if they can make a stop here.
Look for 10 here.
Oh,
come on, man. We'll see where the movement came from, but
That's West.
undisciplined. I mean, they've been struggling with that all year.
it'll still be 4th down.
Yeah, but you know what? That's a great job on Souhegan because when you're like on two, that's why you do that play.
Yeah.
To shorten up the distance here, and now they got options, Zach. They don't have to go right to a pass here.
What do we think? Do they go end zone?
I think they're going to run. I think they're going to run with Romy Jane.
Elio Chavez was the one who
Keep it simple with Jane, you know.
jumped off side. So a 4th and 3.
Oh, get it
Got to run it to Bright. Bright tries to get to
Get
the
him.
outside.
Atta
And
boy.
he is still on his feet, and he's brought down.
Wow.
And we'll see where they
That's-
mark it.
Taylor Jr. is a stud, man.
What
Senior.
a tackle.
Wow, he's good. He's a game changer.
The senior Carl Taylor Jr., I mean, wow, what a tackle. And this needs to be the momentum changer for West.
Exactly. Why are we fired up in West
Yeah.
Island?
Exactly.
Not a hard start. Not a hot start. Special teams issues. This is when the offense needs to storm down the field. They have to let Gio Doria get some sort of passing momentum. Let him air it out. Let him take shots.
Gino Doria is a sophomore. He needs to play like a senior right now.
He has to go out there. He has to be the leader under center, and they have to let him get some passing opportunities here. I mean, they're backed up, yeah? They're on the, looks like the 8-yard line. If
Hey,
they
they-
storm down the field and score, Souhegan, it might have a tough time trying to battle back.
You're right, Zach. This is their spot right here. This is where Gino needs to step it up, and they got to get Taylor in the slot there. Look for number 6 on a go route.
Kind of confusion here. Running out of time on the play clock. And there we go. Finally,
Fake.
trying to get to the outside, and he's going to be wrapped up and brought down.
Oh, my goodness. They're doing that a lot. They're just crushing the line, getting off, and it's all on the DN play right there.
Braden Hickman again, Zach, was part of that. I know there was someone else. I don't know if that was 77 who was able to jump in and make that tackle or who it was, but it was quickly brought down. And unfortunately, that was a loss of 2 yards.
That's,
or 4 yards.
That's immediately a loss of 4 yards. Now they're on the 4-yard line. They've had turnover issues. Let Gio throw the ball.
They
To
need-
my knowledge, he's 1 for 1. They got to let him air it out.
They need to do a screen pass type of thing. Let these linemen commit and then go right over their head, pop it over, and whoop, there he goes.
This is an important snap here, too. They've had center snapping problems. They snap it to the end zone. That's 2 points for Souhegan.
Yeah, you don't want that. Oh, tough snap. And Gio going to air it
Got him.
out.
There we go.
Hey,
able
boy.
to make the catch, make a play, and is able to get some yards there.
They're saying they got the balls, but that was an interesting play. So Hegan somehow ended up with it, but they're going to call it a complete and then down by contact.
Terrence Bowell with the catch, and that's what I'm saying.
Yep, 23-21. Those are the guys on the end, and then they got to get Taylor on like a screen. But Gino needs a run too, I think.
Yeah. They got to get Gio some outs, like those dump-offs. That's the second time they've done that towards that area, towards west sideline. They're going to pick up some more chunk plays. This is a third and manageable. This has got to be.
3rd and 5.
This is a pickup. Get the first down. Get the momentum going here.
The sun is set in the west here. Again, this is coming at you on September 15th, 2023. I'm looking at my phone right now. I'm seeing a temperature of roughly 63 degrees.
Beautiful weather. Let's see some beautiful football here on a 3rd and 5 from West.
Gino
Snap.
going deep.
Airs it up. Here we
Oh.
go to the.
Oh, what a catch!
Use
Oh,
height.
man.
Oh,
No,
they're saying
Souhegan came
interception,
down. We got
though.
a flag here.
What?
We'll see.
Oh, you've got to be kidding me.
No, he caught that. He had possession. He went down, and then so Hegan plays for the whistle. But
They went right back to Terrence Bowell.
if anything, I thought it was going to be interference, and they waved the flag because of the catch. But
I have no idea. It would still be a penalty. It would be a spot foul on a pass
it
interference
seems like he
if
got
the
kind of.
catch was made.
This is a big spot in the game. Taylor.
I'd say
Oh,
so.
man.
How
What-
about that
see,
pass?
Gio airing it out. This is exactly what I'm talking about. If this is a catch, momentum. Momentum. This is exactly what
do you
West
think,
needs.
Kyle? You think he had it?
I think Taylor might have come down with that pass. Excuse me, this is a tough one. Kanaskis, the defensive back wide receiver, was able to end
think-
up with the ball, and now we'll see what the officials have to say.
It's going to be interference on defense, I think.
Pass interference on the defense.
It should be. Yep.
And
And
now
that
we see
will-
the reaction from West.
I could see it happening. I saw it, and then I saw him catch it. So sometimes the ref will pocket the flag
Right.
like a non-factor. But
Right.
since he came out with the interception, then he had to pull it out the flag. A lot less flags this game than last week.
Think about it now. That was Pat. Why are they backing the ball up?
I don't know.
I'm-
Just to count it off, maybe.
It's against Souhegan.
Yeah, they're going to go to the spot and then count it out.
Okay, that makes sense. Well, if it's
You got to remember, it's not a spot foul.
It's
in
not a spot
college.
foul.
It's 15 yards.
It's like line dancing.
hey, first down is a first down. This is exactly what West needs.
Yeah.
And okay, so
That'll get
if
him
it's
to about the 28-yard line.
if it's not a catch, it's still I respect the aggressiveness from West for letting Gio air it out on a 3rd and 5 because they easily could have tried a QB draw, a QB power, handed it off on a jet sweep, but they let Gio air it out, and I really do respect that from Andrew Preventure and the rest of this Blue Knights coaching staff.
When it's all said and done, 3 passing plays, 3 positive results.
They got to keep that momentum going for them.
they're going to keep throwing, and they got to keep hitting Terrence Boville here.
Obviously, his height could be a huge factor. Going to be a handoff this time, trying to get to the outside.
Tough runner.
Still on his feet, and now he will be wrapped up and brought down. A good attempt by Carl Taylor, but that was a lot of white jerseys.
I've never seen 11 people make one tackle.
Credit to the whole entire Souhegan squad for that tackle.
Pursuit drill right there.
They obviously they have some speed for sure. It's pretty impressive to see what the Sabers can do. But again, West is able to get something going here.
The ball only moves 2 yards, but I have a feeling Carl Taylor, his body moved a little more than 2 yards on that play.
They got to stop 77 here. He's blowing up every play.
77.
On the edge there.
Yeah, Samuel LeBlanc, the senior defensive lineman.
He's just blowing up every play. In 58, they watch West the right side of the line.
2:45 remaining in this opening period. And a handoff that's going to be wrapped up.
Look at him.
And look at it, number
man.
77 again.
Huge hit.
He took on 3 people and then moved him back. I mean, that's strength on him.
Samuel Stevenson in there as well, the senior linebacker.
Getting a break, a well-earned break there, buddy. Get some Gatorade and get back in that game.
Brett Bovier also doing a good job.
So you can tell a well-coached team. So he can just brought out 2 D linemen and brought in like a nickel package. I'm betting that West doesn't have a nickel package. You know, they brought back, you know, you got guys waiting to go in there because it's obviously a passing down.
Credit to the offensive line of West as well right now, able to keep things going.
They got Logan Paradise lined as a receiver on the left side of the field.
And airing it up.
There we
Pass
go.
is
there he is.
Catch. Good catch.
I love this kid.
Cross the middle, is able to
He's tall.
handle a big hit. Kept hold of the ball, and the referee is going to give him
First down.
first down about the 41-yard line area.
You're going to be calling Gio to Terrence Boville all game now because when something's hot, what's a quarterback do? He goes
right back to him.
goes to his guy, you know, and he's his guy right now. He's Gio 3 for 3, 4 positive results on passing. So good job by Aiden Paradise in keeping that line, you know, keeping him protected. But great job by Terrence getting open. He's running some good patterns today.
If I'm Souhegan, I'm sending my front 5, maybe a couple linebackers. I'm 100% expecting a run play here from West.
Watch Terrence. He's going to, I mean, look at this mismatch on the other side here. I love it. They're going to keep hitting him.
And
They let Gio go.
I like
Gio's
it.
going to run it. Oh,
Big
he's
block.
able to get out of bounds.
Good job by Taylor on that lead block. That's hard to do.
He was able to outrun the speed of Grant Harris on that, so that able to get some yards. And
Look at this. I know, right?
we did not see this for the first 2 weeks here, Zach. So maybe you're bringing some love and excitement to this West squad. I don't know.
Well, if they find the end zone, maybe then that'll be the case. But I truly hope that they can pick up this 5 yards and just keep inching closer and closer. Keep the yellow flag in the refs' pockets. And, you know, avoid the dumb penalties, keep the ball in their hands. It's just simple football, and that's really something that they haven't been able to do this year.
Keep the clock rolling, too. You want to narrow this gap. You don't
Clock
want
for some reason has stopped at a minute 18. I'm not really sure what that's all about.
you don't want Romy Jane on the field.
It could be a technical issue here.
That's possible, so we'll see.
Eric
A
Paradise.
handoff right here, trying to get to the outside, and it's going to be brought down.
Oh, my goodness. The line on Souhegan is so overwhelming that all they can really do is drop back, pass block, and try to get a quick three-step pass off, it seems like. You're going to see
Well, he was running east to west when he was
right, end arounds.
I understand he was trying to go north south.
Coach Bezoin hates end arounds. Anytime there's an end around, he loses his mind.
50 seconds remaining in this opening quarter, so we'll have one last play, unless it's a penalty or something else here. And
What are you running here, Zach?
3rd and 9. You know it's going to be a pass play from the West has been able to do.
I'm going to Terrence Boyle. I mean, there's no doubt about it. Big body receiver. You're going to see him line up on that right side, and I know Doria's looking at him. He's going to look at him.
10 seconds left. The
You might run it himself.
official's arms in the air. This might be a delay of game. No, he gets the ball off.
Sweet.
I
timeout?
was wrong.
It's a good thing because he was going to get killed.
That's a West timeout.
West did call timeout. My goodness.
They were all over that sweep, too.
Well, I didn't take into factor timeouts, too. So with 19 seconds to go, we will get one last play in this. Unless it's the first down, then the clock does stop. But able to see some excitement here from West, though. They're only down 7 through the first 12 minutes of this contest to the team that lost in the state championship game in Souhegan. So to know that you're holding your own so far in this game, Souhegan does have 62 players compared to West, which really, I would say, has about 46. So I know that it will get tiring after a while, but
Yeah, they shuffle in the same 15 too, like all games seems like.
Michael, we have a lot nicer weather than last week when we had thunderstorms
Oh
at
my
this
goodness.
time at this point in the night.
I was like, why are we in this metal box right now?
It wasn't a really smart decision on our part. Thankfully, nothing happened, and we still have our feeling in our fingertips.
But look at this crowd, Kyle. This is the
I was
biggest
noticing
crowd
that
of the
too.
night.
I was very happy to see a lot of fans up here. Obviously, the band's here, the cheerleaders are here, and the community is out to support these Blue Knights.
For sure.
I mean, who doesn't love Friday Night Lights? No matter where you are, what team you're supporting, a home or away, Friday Night Lights is just an American thing. It just shows it's a great environment and atmosphere to be in. It's a big play here.
Ooh, fake sweep.
And he's going to get wrapped up, and it will be a 4th down. I was hoping that they could get across the.
I hope they don't bring the punting unit on because they've had their ails. I'd say this is a spot where you go for it.
We've seen West go for 4th down. They were 0 for 3 on 4th down against Watertown, Mass. And it looks to me this is the end of the quarter, obviously.
Yeah, the quarter has ended, so we'll be switching sides here, and West will now be going south to north compared to what we've been seeing north to south here from the Blue Knights. But a 7-0 Souhegan Saber lead here to start this
I'll tell you what.
first quarter.
10 minutes ago, I didn't think it would be going this way. I thought when they got the ball in the short field again, but they stopped them on downs.
Yeah.
And they moved the ball a little bit. And now they're in a game, and they're in this game, guys.
This is a 4th and 9 play here. And when you really think about it, it's a hold down minus a yard. And they need to pull out their best first down play of their entire playbook.
Probably a comeback to 23 is what I'm going to say.
Now, judging by the fact that they haven't scored any points, I don't know what could be in that playbook that can get them a guaranteed 10 yards, especially against the Souhegan defense.
There's no guarantee. They can't be cute with it. They need to do a quick drop back and throw a quick comeback to the hot man, Terrence right now.
If it goes to Terrence Bowell, I'm going to tell you, if he breaks a tackle, he's going to have a lot of open daylight ahead of him. I do believe Souhegan, they're going to be pushing up in the flats. I mean, obviously, West hasn't had their luck going deep downfield at all this year. I'm keeping a single high safety if I'm Souhegan right now. I'm pushing up towards the flats. I'm expecting something out towards the flats if I'm Souhegan. It would be a real shock to me if they let Doria air it out maybe for a 15, 20-yard play. But he's gonna survey the line right now. Yeah.
So if you look far side, you see Bow there on one-on-one coverage. 36 is gonna clear him out. He needs to do a comeback, and that's gonna be a quick timing play.
And here we go. First play of the second quarter, and it is intercepted. Souhegan is going to bring the ball out. There is a flag on the field, though, so we'll see what exactly that call is. That is in the first down. That was not, actually, it would not be in the first down area now that I look at it.
That's as easy as it gets if you're a defender right there.
That was Chase Knuckles with the interception, and it hit him right in the knuckles, but really in the hands area.
That's the best name I've ever heard. Chase Knuckles.
Illegal man downfield. That's a penalty on the Blue Knights.
Yeah. He forced that in there. That was his primary target. He didn't even really option out. And Souhegan, like you said, they stacked up the line, and they were all over that.
So for the third time in the game, Souhegan will get the ball in West territory.
That's a good point.
With all due respect, this is why West isn't having success with throwing the ball. I really do feel like Gio Doria has a lot to prove, but forcing these balls has been a huge issue, not just for Doria himself, but the entire West offense. It's eliminating a lot of opportunities for them.
I gotta disagree. I'm telling you, the coach told him to make that throw. He said, pick this guy as the primary. I think he had to do it. Look at Taylor at the middle.
Romy Jane rolling out.
Oh, boy.
Is looking able to make the catch. Still on his feet, trying to get something going. And the catch there by Braden Hickman.
I mean, how strong is Braden Hickman? It took him maybe 3-4 guys to get him down. To me, it looked like West had a guy right on him. It looked like Kayshawn Foster to me, who came right up to him. And it took 4 more or maybe 3 more guys for the Blue Knights to even get Hickman down. He's a strong kid. He's a junior tight end. I mean, obviously one of Romy Jane's favorite targets to go to on this offense. Look for him a lot more in this game if they're going to keep attacking the tight end.
Jane just extends plays.
Well, that gets them down to the 29-yard line. Another 1st and 10 for the Sabers, looking to put another TD up on the board. Man in motion, and Romy is going to throw this time to the far side. Able to put a little screen play, and he's still on his feet and is finally going to be brought down. Another first down for the Sabers.
West needs to take that play and adopt it.
I was just about to say, I really wish West could make plays work like that.
Brody Smith looks good as a sophomore.
Romy's so poised. You see that little sidearm dish? Like, no problem. Tall, quick, and just poised. He's probably the best player in the state.
Well, at least for Division II, we haven't seen any Division I games yet. That will be next weekend, where Zach's Memorial squad will be playing against the Portsmouth Oyster River squad, while Central will be playing against Concord, and this will be a touchdown right there. I know I was talking too much,
there he is again, Braden Hickman,
man, woo! Puts a TD up on the board, and it is now a 13-0 contest.
They could do that every play. They're just the difference is they have protection. Like Romy has time to do things where Gio has to do it quick because they're getting swarmed.
West has a lot of holes, but it seems to me that stopping the tight
penalty
end.
Though. Let's see. It's the offensive Souhegan still on the field, and yeah, the referee is going to back them up.
Holding.
So a big loss right there. That'll put the score back to just 7-0.
That'll make you feel better if they score again. Then you can get a real call.
I agree. I was just going with the flow with Central versus Concord next Sunday or Friday night. So we'll have 2 different games going on at the same time. Michael, you and I are going to have to break up next week.
I'll go Central.
You'll go Central. All right, I'll go Memorial. I'll hang out with Zach. And now Romy throws it, does it.
What
Almost intercepted.
That was a heck of a play right there. That was Keyshawn Foster. He's all over the place, offensive and defensively. He wasn't really in that area. You saw him dive to get that thing out of there.
But
he's an offensive player. He's used to catching the ball, but sometimes on defense.
But he didn't catch it, unfortunately.
He couldn't come down with it.
Good break on it, though. A couple times West has had an opportunity.
He went all out. Superman ain't got nothing on him right there.
Keyshawn Foster.
Watch number 6, Taylor Jr. He's going to blitz the middle. He's going to shoot that middle gap.
Oh, he holds off.
Get him.
It's going to be a quick little pass. And look at this. Able to get the first down and get the touchdown.
Oh, my goodness.
A big run right there. And Souhegan is finally able to get on the board with J.J. Bright doing a great catch of the ball in the backfield. And into the end zone they go. And now, unless there's another flag on the play, J.J. Bright was able to put a TD on the board.
Bright had really good control on that play with his footwork, tapping down the sideline. In my opinion, he has 2 thoughts in his head. He says, I want that touchdown, but I know I have to keep my momentum going forward, keep my feet in bounds.
He's an impressive runner.
You got a little. What's going on here? 10's coming off. That's Cole Manning.
They're going to end up burning a timeout on an extra point.
I don't know where number 9, their backup quarterback, who's not even on the roster. It's the scary part.
Is he kicking or
he's holding, but he was very late to get out there.
I think he was eating a sandwich.
He definitely was drinking some Gatorade.
It's
blocked, and
that's it.
No good right there. So West able to be patient enough to allow the placeholder to get out there and block that kick, but the score again remains 13-0 in face of the Saber side.
Well, now West has to recover the kickoff. That's the thing. They have to take this.
That's right.
I've been talking about momentum all night, and here's a big chance for West's special teams to come out.
They should catch it first, though.
They've got. They have to keep possession now. Blocked extra point. It's not. It does keep a point off the board, but
you're still down 13.
It's less about taking the point off and more about saying, hey, we know we've had problems snapping. We know we've had problems keeping possession on kickoffs. Hey, but we just blocked an extra point. They have to take that momentum and keep that going so they can minimize as much special teams problems for the rest of this game and possibly for the rest of the season.
There's no excuse not to catch the ball here. Like, they already went through it. They turned the ball over. Now, learn from your mistakes, as you put it, Kyle.
Well, Keyshawn is back there.
It'll be Taylor and Keyshawn usually.
Both kicks I've seen from Souhegan have been shorter kicks that maybe got about to the 30, 25-yard line, and that's how they got the turnover. So maybe
the middle guys got to be aware. This isn't about blocking at some point. Sometimes they're going to try to, trip like a lob wedge,
Yeah. Looks like Owen Drake will be doing the kickoff duty for the Sabres here. And obviously he's 1 for 1 and able to get the ball. So we'll see what they can do here and see if he does the same exact thing as you were saying. No, this one's actually going to be a long kick. And it's going to be caught about the 15-yard line, trying to get to the near side. Oh, a big hit right there.
How you doing?
And Taylor,
Yikes.
oh
my God.
Kimianakis with a
yes,
really
thank you.
good hit.
I mean, he did, that's football, though. This is part of the game. So buyers beware.
They got 10-29. I mean, I really
Crunch.
thought this was later in the quarter. But, I mean, they got a lot of time to come down there. They can do what they do best, whatever that may be, whatever they think works. Obviously, this is what they got to run here. They got to keep the ball in their hands. They can't turn it over, and it's perfect field possession for Souhegan again. At least drive the ball down the field a little bit.
And it's perfect for us who now get to see the offense right in front of us since it's been down on the other side of the field the whole entire game. So here we go with 1st and 10, 10:29 remaining in this first half. High snap again.
There
Quick
it is.
throw.
That's
able
it.
to make
That's
the
what-
catch. Still on his feet and finally brought down at about the 32-yard line. That'll be good for a 5-yard pass and catch.
Zach, that's the play I wanted them to do on 4th down right there.
Yeah, if they had just, was that Terrence Bowell? Of course it was Terrence Bowell. I mean, who else would have been on that screen pass?
Well, no, he's got that one-on-one coverage on the edge. Until they start doubling him, look how much distance they're giving him. There's a real big distance, a big padding between the DB and Bowell, and he's got that comeback all day. Yeah. See how they just switched up? They put a new guy on. They put their number 1 guy on him now, number 10.
And this looks like a broken play right
my
here,
goodness.
and it's going to be wrapped up and lost for about 3 yards. It'll be 3rd and about 7 here, right from the 30-yard line.
Has that worked all night? The quarterback
seen that
run.
before.
We've seen him run it a lot. They've run with Gio all year so far. It hasn't worked against Souhegan. I don't know what they have to change on the line if they're going to keep running it, but at what point are you going to say, hey, this doesn't work, we have to stop?
Sometimes a wheel can be made in various ways, so they're just trying to see how they can make it work. We did not go over the referees for the game. It's been a good one from the Chain Gang and the Zebras. Fred Russell doing the referee, umpire Jim Gargano, head linesman John Andrick, line judge Ken Macco, back judge Brian Solenberger, and chain crew includes David Gauklin, Dan Bernier, and Jim Reinbold.
Yeah, and I see
Timeout.
shout out
West.
Shout out Andy Sylvia down there on the sideline for Souhegan doing
Shout
his
out
thing.
to David Gauklin as well, one of the teachers at Manchester Memorial High School and a longtime tenured coach there at Memorial, has decided to join the Chain Gang this year, which, I mean, he's just loving life at this point. And you mentioned that, Kyle, before the game.
You just got to go with what you can do, and it's not a bad spot to be in, to be able to still appreciate football and see what's going on here.
How about shout out $2 hot dogs?
$2 hot dogs, can't go wrong with that. That gets all the fans to the concession stands right now. I mean, you can see the amount of people up there.
I'm good for 4.
Good. All right. Well, I did give your nephew money last weekend, so we'll see if he ever pays me back.
Yeah, it's out of my fund, I think.
That's out of your fund. Okay.
Yeah.
8:51 on the clock here. This is a big 3rd down for West. I mean, obviously, every 3rd down's a big 3rd down, but something I noticed, they didn't convert on any 3rd downs, and when they didn't, they went for it, and when they couldn't go for it, they turned it over. So 3rd down has been a tough spot for them. I think they've converted maybe once or twice tonight, and here's another big chance for them to do it again.
You got Bowell short side here. Look at this mismatch. I'd like to see him go deep. I really would.
And they're
right up the middle.
inside and not able
hold
to
on.
make the completion, and we will have another 4th down, gentlemen.
What do? I mean, you don't have a punting team. That's the problem.
Keyshawn Foster, I don't know if that was just a fastball he wasn't able to handle.
They're
And
punting.
looks like we will get the punting team out here, Michael.
I know, but we'll see. Let's cross our fingers.
Who's
Right?
their punter is my question. I mean, what are they? They're going to have to boot something out here. I mean,
They need to get a snap. To
yeah.
him.
They got to get a snap as well. That's also a big part of this.
34 needs to hold the edge.
Well, like I mentioned on
they're
special
coming.
teams momentum.
Look at all the Souhegan players. They're coming hard right now.
Oh, high snap
my
goes over his
goodness.
head down to the 5-yard line. He's going to drop at about the 2, and Souhegan will get the ball.
Don't punt. That's it.
First and goal for the Sabers. A loss of about 30 yards right there, 28 yards to be exact, and Souhegan is already tasting the success of another touchdown just 2 yards to go.
Snapping issues and penalties are the kryptonite of this Blue Knights team. And I don't know how long it's going to take for them to fix their
think
issues.
about it. They'd be in this game if they didn't lose a kickoff return. Two punts went over the head. Think about it. It's only 13-0, and they would be in this game. But they've had the short field every single time.
Well, I'm expecting a pass play. We'll see if Cole Manning
This is shorter.
connects for this touchdown. It looks like it's going to be up there, actually, the 3-yard line, guys. So
Yeah, that's a short field. QB keeper.
again, a 1st and goal, and he's going to throw up. Let's see. Catch and touchdown.
That didn't take long.
That Braden Hickman
He does it
again.
again. What did I say?
We're looking at possibly player of the game. I know we still have 8:26 to go in this first half, but
I don't know.
2 touchdowns.
Romy's got 3 touchdown passes, too, though.
I hate to toot my own horn, but I did comment on Braden Hickman. He's going to be the guy tonight, especially, West is, like I said, West has holes all around their team, and the tight end has been a tough position for them to cover, especially tonight as Hickman has found the end zone. Yet again, it took Romy Jane just one play.
And Drake with the kick. This time it is good, so the score goes up 20-0. Drake is now 2 for 3 on extra points, and Souhegan is just thanking the Blue Knights for field position on their side of the field for 4 straight times, guys.
You got to feel for West defense at some point.
They're doing their best.
They really
They
are.
really are doing a great job, and instead the special teams has been the crutch tonight that just will not stay strong.
Zach, we're in tight quarters. Don't be tooting any horns in here. We went through that with Andrew, and we don't need that.
Andrew Arndt is, yes, he did not appreciate that day for sure. But yeah, so
No horns.
no horns tonight.
But yeah, West has the ball here. I mean,
Wait
Well,
for
if
the
they
kickoff.
recover the
yeah,
kickoff,
if they
you know.
recover.
I'm assuming they're going to score today. I would hate to see them not get a touchdown in 3 games or a point, It's going to be discouraging, but it does get easier from this. You literally have to play the 3 toughest teams anyone would have to play.
And again, oh my God, just brought down at about the 21-yard line. Nothing much that Keyshawn could do. He was just wrapped up and surrounded by a number of players, including Lincoln Wilkins.
Samuel Stevenson was in there as well.
Now, so what's been working? It's been working Terrence Bowell. That's really the bright spot. So you can't just keep picking him every time. You got to kind of, I don't know. What are you thinking, Zach? What are you thinking?
It's really hard to get going. They have really, 2 plays, run with Doria and throw to Bowell. And Souhegan knows that one of them is coming. It's sort of like a coin flip.
It's amazing they're still only covering him one-on-one at this
Yeah,
point.
we haven't really called the names of Carl Taylor Jr. and Logan Paradise tonight, or really even Keyshawn Foster as much as we would like to. It's really been Terrence Bowell tonight.
Yeah, Logan hasn't really getting featured. He's a big, tall player, number 5.
1st and 10. Here we go. Looking for the pass. A long, deep ball. Just not able to come down with it. Surrounded by 3 players there.
Rough go today with his hands. He's dropped a number of balls. I know they're all hard, spectacular plays, but you got the position there. You got your hands on the ball, and that's a great play. You just got to finish it.
That was a good throw by Doria. He put it right where Foster was.
Hitch and go right there. So he
I mean, we
faked
can't
it.
be Justin Jefferson like I
Right.
saw from the Vikings last night, who had except for his a little touchback issue.
Yeah.
He had a great game, and unfortunately, Justin Jefferson is not playing for West tonight.
That'd be nice, right?
It'd be very nice. I think that could be a game changer. But
So again, they got that one-on-one coverage on the end.
2nd 10 looks like
End around again.
End around.
All over
And
it.
this is able to
77.
get some yards, but it will be a 3rd and long with 8 minutes to go in this second quarter.
I really like the confidence that Coach Andrew Preventure is really putting in Keyshawn Foster. Right after a drop, they go right back to him.
How good is JJ Bright, by the way? Offense, defense, he's a beast out there.
He's certainly
Number 2 for
could
Souhegan.
be up for all state from the way that he's been playing on both sides of the ball.
Oh yeah, he blocks, he runs, he just blew that whole play up.
He just seems like he has a football mind and knows what his skills entail.
See his biceps?
The three of us combined might be able to match up with that.
I don't think I could make a tackle on this field, to be honest with you. I think I think I might.
We'll
get
try it
bulldozed.
after the game.
Yeah.
We'll try it after
Put
the
me
game.
in pads. I'm getting bulldozed, no matter what side of the ball I'm on.
Well,
Ah,
run play right here. Carl Taylor trying to find some holes,
I
and
hate
he
it.
is
I hate that play.
tackled very high up in the chest face mask area and able to get up, but tackle is by
Are we
Grant
doing
Harris.
Are we doing dives now? Like,
Oh boy,
Oh, my
gentlemen,
goodness.
oh no!
punting team comes out.
How many punting teams are coming out and everyone's going, oh boy, here we go.
Don't. Why are they not bringing their best players out to block for him? Like, why is Aiden Paradise out of the game right now?
Who's snapping? That's
I just
Number 76
76
is who I'm seeing. So
cross your fingers,
Joel
boys.
Torres, the senior offensive lineman.
You gotta
Wow.
get this punt off for confidence alone.
I would, if I was the kicker. Oh, a short one,
Oh,
and able to
hey.
get it off.
Hey.
And this is an end around. Oh, he had trouble
He
with it.
can't do that.
Able to pick it up. His knee was down, and look at this run, gentlemen. It looks like he is going to go all the
Connor
way
Cassidy was
for
down.
a touchdown.
Connor Cassidy caught the ball on the ground, did he not?
Looks like he definitely had a knee on the ground.
So what did he flub it up and then he got it
I
while
think
he was
has
on?
to, I think he has to be touched.
No, it's down by contact in this.
And a touchdown right
Oh,
there.
regardless, it doesn't
Yeah.
matter anyway.
Oh man,
We're not changing it.
this is yeah, this is a tough performance regardless.
How about punting? We eliminate that from all Souhegan's offenses
Yep.
derived from the punt team.
Yeah. and we'll see them have to return a kick here after this extra point.
Again, they did have to block. They did block one earlier. See if they can do another one, but able
Wow,
to get
nice.
it up through the uprights.
That's a good
and
kick.
they score now 27-0 in favor of the Souhegan Sabers.
Wait, you say 27 already?
27,
Uh-oh.
yes.
That happened quick, huh?
Yeah.
20 points scored in this quarter, guys, and with 6:26 remaining. Tough to when you get the ball at the 2-yard line. It's pretty easy to score.
Well,
And
in fairness, it was the 3.
3, excuse me. Yes, yes. It's,
But that punt return, I mean, I'm telling you, when I say don't take all your great players off the field, like the good teams have their play. Watertown Mass had all their starters on special teams. And when you have that, you get punt returns for touchdowns, you get punts blocked. Aiden Paradise needs to be out there anchoring that punt unit. If they're going to figure it out, they need the personnel to do it.
And they're going to have to make a change sooner than later because special teams is a huge factor of football. And even punting, when you can't punt, you're forced to go forward on 4th down every time. That is definitely a change they have to make. They're going to have to get their stars out there on special teams.
and we were excited because that kick was a decent one, end over end, had a little bounce
Yeah.
to it, but able to
That poor
just
punter, he comes out, gets a good snap, has a good kick, but that's just how good Souhegan is.
short
Uh-oh.
kick that's got to take a bounce.
Just get
Taking
out
it
of
about the 15-yard line up to the 20, a big
Oh.
hit, and is tackled at about the 22-yard line.
Yeah, I tell you what, Lincoln Wilkins had something to say to him when he tackled
Is
him.
this deja vu to me or what? Because that might be the 3rd time that's happened. They've kicked it to the same area, big hit right by the 20-yard line. But it looked like Keyshawn Foster may have got the better on that part of that hit. I think he might have put his momentum a little bit forward. I mean, that's just what I saw from my angle on that hit.
When you're number 42, Lincoln, you make that big hit on special teams. You're trying to, on a good team, that's your chance to shine. And,
Right.
so they're going to see a lot of special team hits on a great team because they want to get in the game too.
He's a junior, so next year could be a big year for Lincoln if he's able to show the coaches. So we'll see. 1st and 10, 6:23 remaining. Kind of a, not sure if that was supposed to be a handoff or if that was, he was waiting for his fullback to block for him. But either way, he's going to be wrapped up behind the line of scrimmage, and that can basically almost be a sack in some ways. I think he was behind the line of scrimmage, but he
Braden Hickman doing it on both ends. I mean, He is a man among other men.
Other men, yeah, there we go.
You really got to tell Gio Doria, like, we know you love to run the ball. It's just not working. And I really wish I could tell someone on that West coaching staff that, because to my knowledge, they haven't stopped going there. It's just been quarterback draws for one or losing maybe a couple yards. I haven't seen a run from Gio Doria.
And they
go more than
haven't
5
gone
yards.
to 23 yet in a couple series. Oh,
Little-
boy. Jet right or jet left. I hate that, too. No, you know what I mean? Anything that you're starting out backwards where you got to make up 5 yards, start to play from the line of scrimmage. When you go backwards, you already, to gain 10 yards, you got to gain 15.
They haven't been moving the ball downfield. I mean, it's been hard for them to move the ball downfield. Why not start with a throw over the line of scrimmage?
Well, that was a play was able to be good for 1 yard, so a 3rd and 9 here.
It's time to take some chances, too, and go deep to bow.
Yeah.
Deep to bow. It seems so easy. Short side, right here, our way.
Yeah.
The problem is you got JJ there, and you got, but this is the guy. Today it is. Some games are better for other people,
Here you go, high snap, quick pass.
That's what I mean.
Dropped right there, and you can see the frustration out of the Blue Knights as it would have been wrapped up pretty quickly, so it probably would have been a first down, but Logan Paradise really wanted that ball, and he's upset that it went through his hands.
Keyshawn, Logan, they both dropped some balls today, but you know who hasn't dropped the ball? Terrence Bowell. So
4th and 9.
Oh, okay. Here we go again. They're determined, I guess.
And coming off the field after quickly returning that, we will not have Connor Cassidy back there. Instead, we'll have Ryland Rondalunas?
I'm going to go with
Radalunas. Yeah.
Rondalunas, yes.
Fair catch.
He's able to catch it, and for the first time, Souhegan will start on their side of the field with 4:43 to go
Barely,
in this second quarter.
Good one, Kyle. I like that. Kyle, point for you. Yeah, you're right.
So they will have to go more than 50 yards for the first time in this contest. And you know what? You got to take points when you can get them. I'd really like a brownie point right now with some milk, but not
we might have
possible.
We might have a running clock in the second half.
From the way things are trending, you got to remember Souhegan will be getting the ball first in the second half. So
I think it's 5 touchdowns in this.
35.
Is it 35?
35, yeah.
Well, maybe not quite then. I doubt they're going for 2. That'd be kind of running it up.
A little bit, a little bit. Again, we will have we'll keep the halftime performance going so that anyone that wants to watch the band can see their performance here. But here we go, 1st and 10, long pass up in the air, has a man able to catch it, stay on his feet, and is brought down at the 14-yard line.
Brandon Hickman.
Oh, Brandon Hickman, you are absolutely astounding tonight.
That was a heck of a play by Jane right there. I mean, he knows his guy. He knows Hickman's going to be open, and really just the poise and the patience that Romy Jane has in the pocket goes right to Hickman.
The trajectory on that ball was perfect.
It was
you're
a
right.
beautiful
He
throw.
knows where he'd be. He's so good. He's going for his 4th touchdown pass right here.
Little out pass.
Boy.
Make a play. J.J. Bright still on his feet and is finally brought down at about the 6-yard line.
He's delivering a punch as the runner. He's delivering the hit.
Take a look at. We haven't seen number 10, Cole Manning. He's had a couple targets since his touchdown, but I think they might go back to him. Check the near side corner back towards the left. Maybe Jane pumps it over there, but I really do think number 10, Cole Manning, is going to be on the right side, on the far side to us. I think Jane is going to give him a look, either just a pump fake or something, but I think Souhegan might get Cole Manning more into this game a little bit more.
2nd and 3. We'll see if Zach is right. No, it's going to be a little pitch, and J.J. Bright will walk in for another touchdown. The Sabers are just loving life, and it's making the Blue Knights cold the way that they've been scoring.
$2 hot dogs, Kyle.
From the way that number 2, J.J. Bright, has been scoring, he deserves some hot dogs, as that's his 2nd score of the game, and it makes it 33-0, waiting on the extra points here. And, gentlemen, Souhegan is undefeated and hasn't given up a point for a reason, and we are witnessing this firsthand as Romy is down here giving some love to his family. Romy Jane, the quarterback.
127 points to 0. West is outmatched so far. But again, these are the hardest 3 teams that you can
Right.
possibly play.
You know, you got Pelham and Souhegan that will most likely be facing off in
And
the
they-
championship game.
Then they bring in a
November.
Watertown team that's in a stacked division in Boston. They're 5 miles from Boston.
Oh, we got a player running late onto the field.
That's
And
Braden Hickman.
We'll see if Hickman goes for the 2-point conversion from
But
the
do
way
you
things
see-
are going.
Do you see who's out there? You see Hickman, you see 77, you see their starters out there. They're playing special teams. Why are we bringing out everybody on our special teams?
Place kick. It's a low one, and it is no good. So 2 extra points missed. But on the other hand, touchdowns are ways to win the game, and a 33-0 lead here for the Souhegan Sabers. And
Kyle,
Wes,
I think you said it the week 1. I said, what do you do now? I think you said, drink some water and get back in the game, right? That's all you can really do, right?
worry about the next play, not the plays before, and see what
Exactly.
you can do next. And that's exactly what I'm looking to see out of these Blue Knights. Well, I want to see someone that's ready to make something happen here. I know
like
you're
that.
sick of getting pushed around right now, and now's your chance. You know, just play for pride, play for your,
If
your
you-
friends, and
And if you're on the fringe here and you're like about to start, but you're going to get some PT here, this is your time to show coach on tape, because coach is going to watch the whole game. you know?
Elias Abreu out back.
Yeah, you can see
ready to
some new
return this
faces.
kickoff.
Yeah, also you got a couple guys back that are new I haven't seen. So this is your chance.
Switching it out on special teams, I don't mind it.
I
mean,
can't see the number on the far side.
26.
26.
I know.
try to find-
It's like a Sudoku puzzle.
Yeah, exactly. It really is difficult to. And nice
Kick
kick,
it to the
right
same
here.
spot.
Uh-oh.
Oh, almost bounced over Elias's head. Able to get the ball, and he's going to be wrapped up. I know, Zach. It is kind of like deja
it's the
vu.
same thing
they
every
know,
time.
You know, it's,
They kick it to our near side. Big hit right by the 20-25 yard line.
But you got you guys in there. I mean, why is Brandon Hickman is playing kickoff? Why is Aiden Paradise not doing punt? You know what I mean? I don't know.
you got to remember. I can't even use that excuse. I'm like size of the team, but you would think that Souhegan would have
Yeah.
some players that could
Right.
come out and play.
I wonder when they're going to call the dogs off, because right now, Bright's out there. You got all your studs out there. You got, number 10, who's doing both way duty, Cole Manning. They're all out there. So they're probably going to go the first half and then let up. But right now, they're out
Nice
there.
snap here.
That's
Getting
what
rid
they
of it.
needed
Nice
to
little
do all
screen. Look
game.
at this. It's working to perfection. Able to get it
Look at
past,
him go.
make some moves, and he's going to be finally brought down about the 45-yard line, guys.
That's
a
Wes.
big 22-yard play right there. And Wes, like you guys wanted,
Why?
taking some plays
Yeah.
out of the Souhegan playbook, and it's worked to perfection right there.
What took so long? And Tom Taylor's the guy.
Yeah, Carl Taylor Jr.
He's so good in screen pads, because you're getting crushed on the line. Might as well let them in and then kind of bloop it over them, But good play by Gio.
Yeah.
He was able to cut and
Yeah, he's in him in open field. It's impressive, but the fact is he hasn't had many targets.
well, we'll see what we can do here. 3 minutes remaining in the first half, and West would love to get something on the board. Trying to run to the outside, a jersey tackle
Good job.
right there, and my goodness, I
Yeah.
thought he was going to get around the end, but
Samuel-
unfortunately, Zachary Weinborny,
Borny.
Lightborny.
yeah.
I like his first name. I don't know about the last name.
Yeah, you got to understand that. It's spelled the same way and everything, isn't it?
Well, let's take a look. Yeah.
That's what I thought.
Wyberny, yeah. I mean, now it's going to be 2nd and 11. They go from having a big play to losing a yard. That's the thing. It's been an issue for them on offense. A lot of issues. Like I said, a lot of holes. Their offense is like Swiss cheese. But it's been like building momentum off of the big plays they have, having a good play, picking up a first down, and then losing yards. It's
What?
really tough to come back
After
from that.
going to Bowell 4 times, they haven't
Quick
targeted
pass
him.
right here, and just not able to connect. It looked like he had a man open,
Yeah.
but
He had
unfortunately,
Keyshawn. He had him too.
Keyshawn was not able to reel that in. It's like a fish that got away.
Yeah.
Some games I used to play receiver. Some days I couldn't catch a cold. Some days I would catch everything. Right now, Bowell can catch everything, and right now, unfortunately, Keyshawn's having a struggle with it. So you got to throw to the guys that are hot, And right now, they haven't passed 23 yet after passing to him 4 times in the first 2 series.
I really do think Souhegan's picked up on that, though, and I haven't really been watching their defense, especially the secondary, but they must be covering him pretty well.
They're not.
3rd and 11, guys. 3rd and 11. We'll see.
There's another
Tries to
screen.
get it across, and
That's just
I
read well.
could not see if it was an incomplete pass or an interception.
It looks like it hit the ground. I mean, there's not much going on.
There's no excitement at all.
There's no
Yeah, must have been,
voices.
and it looked like maybe a screen pass or maybe just really good pressure from
No.
Souhegan.
It's a screen, but it was just they read it.
Yeah.
They
Well,
read it.
we've hit the 8 o'clock hour this evening here. 2:02 remaining in this contest, and
I like that Gio's coming out with fired up, like emotion still. Coming out like it's still the first series is very important. Like, I give it to West.
4th and
They're not-
11,
they're
and
not
they're going to
quitting.
go for it here, guys.
Well, that's good. We didn't need to see another punt.
Man in motion, waiting. Gio, high snap over his head. It takes a bounce, and he's just going to fall on it, and it will be first down from the 25-yard line for Souhegan.
I want to cry.
If you're Souhegan here, are you taking end zone shots or They
Yeah.
can run the ball and score. They don't even have to throw it. To me, it seems like
Put it this way.
Souhegan, their run game, obviously their passing game has been great, but their run game has been great as well.
Put it this way, Zach. They were in the state championship last year, right? Pelham went up 59-0 against West. They have a chance to get a better score.
Right.
This could be a tiebreaker situation. It really could. Don't expect them to not get more than 59.
To me, yeah, it depends.
don't want-
I think.
Technical difficulties there. Apologize, everyone. Battery's dying, and now a complete pass right here from Souhegan. Still on his feet, able to make
Oh
some
my.
moves.
What a stiff arm.
Look at this. He's
Oh.
finally able to be wrapped up, but a big completion right there for Souhegan, and they are inside the red zone here, trying to get another one before halftime.
Yeah, when you can't choose between the passing game and the run game, you kind of meet yourself in the middle and you throw a screen pass. And I think that was just great execution, especially by J.J. Bright, stiff-arming the heck out of Keyshawn Foster.
Well,
Luckily, they were able to bring him down before we found the end zone, but still, that was great execution on that screen pass by the Sabers there.
Romy has an unassuming game going on. He has 4 touchdowns, and you wouldn't even know it.
Yeah. He's a very humble player, and I respect the heck out of him.
First and
for
10
that.
from the 11, and it's going to be a pass to the far end zone.
Oh, my
Caught,
God.
and it looks like it's a touchdown
Is it?
to Zach, your boy, number 10.
He's done it again.
Cole Manning
Wow.
able to get his feet in bounds, and that will make it a 39-0 lead. What a throw. Able to be patient. He knew he was going to get hit, and he was able to put it up, and Cole was able to come down with the touchdown.
That was Rayvon Nelson on the coverage, and he didn't really look like he went up for
didn't.
the ball.
I
And
don't
he
know.
looked to somebody.
I don't
You got to
understand.
go up for the ball in that situation. Get your arm up. He kind of just stood there, turned around.
I don't get
Kick
it.
is good, so we got a 40 burger up here on the on the scoreboard. 1:11 remaining in this
40 burger.
40
first
burger with $2 hot dogs here.
40
It's-
burger. I like it.
40 ounces of freedom.
Yeah. This is not good.
Yeah, the only team that's got 40 ounces of freedom here is Souhegan, and I don't think there's any doubt there. All right, so I'm not 100% sure on this, but I've got a feeling that they're going to kick it by the 20-yard line, and there's going to be a big hit right around the 25. That's just some light speculation here.
Are you Nostradamus, Zach? Is that what you are?
I'll tell you what, J.J. Bright's very good.
Yeah. Who's also very good? That's Romy Jane, and I think they've really proved that tonight.
Hickman, I mean, they got some decent players
Yeah.
on this team.
Manning and Hickman. And that's just on offense, too. They still haven't given up a point all season.
That's
That's
amazing.
I mean, to think about that, you're almost at 10 quarters that you have not given
Yeah.
up a single point. And from the west side of things, it's 10 quarters that you haven't scored a point.
That's amazing, too.
So that's a tough pill to swallow. It's
About a 300-point difference, if you can even think about that.
Well, here we go.
And a kickoff, and Zach, you're looking pretty right so far. Able to get to the 30, 35, able to make something happen, and you'll be a 1st and 10, a minute 5 to go at about the 36, 37 yard line for the West Blue Knights.
Here's what West needs to do before the half. Hold on to the ball, get past midfield. Get something to look up at when you're going into the locker room at halftime. So, Coach Provencher isn't ripping on them for absolutely everything for this game.
They're not calling off the dogs either. You see the same numbers out there. You see Cole Manning out there. You see, so they're going to finish this half off. So hopefully they can get out of this without, turning the ball over.
If they don't turn the ball over, or maybe even don't get to 4th down, if they get past the 50-yard line, that's really their goal here. I know the main goal is the end zone, but so far West hasn't been able to find that all season. If they can get past the 50, that's a little tiny positive going into the half.
They got to go deep.
1st and 10 right in front of us.
Oh.
Trying to make something happen. He's going to be wrapped up
Like
and be
face mask.
brought down
Okay,
at
who is
about the
that?
32-yard
Who's
line.
13?
Guess
guys?
who? Braden Hickman.
Yeah, I heard that name before.
Well, yeah.
But
Man.
that's what he means. So Hegan's going to try to get some. The fact that they're out there right now doing both ways starting, it just tells you that they don't want to go on the road for the state championship this year. They want a home
Well,
game.
they'll all go be on the road. The state championship game is usually held at UNH or a middle ground spot. I think last year was Exeter, and
It used to be at the home team's field.
no,
they don't want to be the ones calling the coin toss.
They changed that a couple years
okay.
ago.
All
So
right. Well, that's good.
20 seconds to go, second, and a long 18.
Oh boy, more
Snap,
Wales.
not able to get it.
Oh no,
And he's going to be wrapped up.
Hickman.
Another loss for a game.
Brandon Hickman.
And Hickman, again, a part of that.
He's
and-
gonna be one of the. I mean, he's got like 3 sacks too.
And that will be the last play of this first half. A dominant performance by Souhegan.
But
And
keep your head up, Wes. Gotta keep your head up, and I give them respect. They are running out there and they're trying, and this is gonna. I'm telling you, they're gonna win 3 games this year, and this is gonna be why, because they're taking their lumps. But the next teams, think about who they're gonna play. They don't have to deal with the powerhouses anymore. They took it all on in early games.
Yeah, they're going out to play John Stark next week. They're playing Pelham tonight. So I really do think West versus John Stark next week.
They can beat John Stark.
John Stark is 2-0, though.
Okay, they can beat John Stark if they keep their positivity up.
Well, we'll take a halftime break here from Meisel Veterans Memorial Field here as Manchester Public Television. Glad to be with you on this Friday night. Again, halftime score, Souhegan 40 and the West Blue Knights 0. We'll be back with the second half after this. And we're back for second half action here between the West Blue Knights and the Souhegan Sabers. Kyle Heavey, Michael Gonzalez, and Zachary Johnston here for Manchester Public Television. A first half to forget for the West Blue Knights, but we'll see what they can do as they are kicking off to start off the second half with what you guys are seeing is a lot of differences and changes here. And Zach, you already know the kicker here. Our first time getting to see the West kick in this contest.
Yeah, Rowan St. Jean, soccer player for the West Blue Knights. And I really think, why not? What do they have to lose special teams-wise? Let a soccer guy get back out there with a strong right leg. I do want to see him boot this thing as high as he really can. And an interesting setup here for Souhegan. They got 2 guys deep and then 2 guys up closer right at about the 25-yard line. So we're just awaiting this kick here from St. Jean.
12 minutes up on the board, and it will be running time, so this might be a pretty quick second half if there's a lot of running plays to be had. And the kick is away. It's a short one. Oh, look at this. Oh, able to get on it, and Souhegan will get the ball at about the 45-yard line. A smart move for West to start this contest, but unfortunately, Souhegan was able to wrap up that ball, and we'll get the ball 1st and 10.
Yeah, Kyle, I was down there on the sideline for Souhegan. They're going to bring on 11 brand new players. You're going to get our first look at number 6 here, backup quarterback. So, it's Romy Jane. They're all done. The game's over for them, but we're going to see some, some good football here because West is bringing their number 1s out, and they're going to,
So they got number 9 back there?
Yeah, that's the one that was.
Unfortunately, we don't have
Yeah.
on the roster, so we will have to try to run down there and get the name for it if we can, because this is going to be a tough to just, he has a name.
I
and
feel
we
like
sh-
we've
feel
got
like we
every
should-
number on the sheet,
they-
just number 9.
The list is long, but unfortunately, this might be the JV quarterback. And a quick
Wow.
run, and look at this. Carl Taylor Jr. says, all right, we're ready to go. We had our halftime water, and we are going to figure things out. And a big loss for the first play from scrimmage.
And I really do think Coach Preventure came in to the locker room in West. A lot of coaches like to get up and, get in the faces of his players, but I really think he might have just gone in there and said, hey, guys, let's go. Second half, this is a new game. They're putting some different guys back in. It's time to start a new game here. Let's give our fans something to cheer for here. It's Friday Night Lights. It's a beautiful atmosphere, and I really think that's a great start. Carl Taylor Jr. Really breaking that play up to start the second half. And
I got the name on the quarter. It's Michael Fiango with an F.
Fiango.
Yeah,
okay.
so he'll get his first look. And,
yeah, so he is listed as number 12, but he does have the old number 9 jersey on here.
And another handoff up the middle, makes some moves. Taylor's going to have to help get him tackled, wraps the legs, and is brought down, able to get back to the line of scrimmage. So it'll be a 3rd and long here for the Sabers. And for West, they got to be happy with what they've been able to do. But again,
Zach's right. I mean, this is their chance. It's a little more matched up. You get 60 players on Souhegan, who's used to winning by a bunch. These kids are going to give it their best, and I like the fact that Coach Preventure is rolling out their number ones. You got to get that confidence going into John Stark next week.
Yeah, helmets are off here for Souhegan. I don't know if you can really see through the camera view here, but
I'll zoom down afterwards.
I'm counting like maybe 15 or 11, 12 helmets off.
And a
Nice
big
block.
run to the outside. Look at the speed, and he's going to go all the way. Sabres touchdown. A big run right there, and able to rumble for about 54, 55 yards. And Souhegan able to continue to run up the scoreboard. Touchdown there by Ryland Raladunas.
Good one.
Yeah,
That was
it
a good
was
block.
really just open daylight for him. He shed a couple of tackles, but he's got speed. He broke out of there real quick, and that was just a power run right up the middle, drove it right into the end zone.
My takeaway on that one was seeing Romy Jane and Bright cheering on these players just like it was a tie game, good for them. That's leadership.
And the kick is up, and that is good. So 47-0 so far. West will have the opportunity to get the ball for the first time in their second half and see what their offense has done differently.
Something I've really just noticed, we know Souhegan's, I'm not going to call it their B team, but maybe just a couple backup, second stringers. They're noticeably shorter. I mean, I'm not saying it looks like a junior varsity game here for Souhegan. I'll have some respect for West here, but I can just tell the height difference a lot. It's a lot of younger, smaller body players really getting a chance here.
We might get a first look at number 50, Alexis Wolski, a sophomore, the only girl on the Souhegan squad. I'd like to see if she can get some playing time here, see how she does here with the tackle football game here.
Now, I wonder, second half, will the kick go to the same spot, or will we see a little bit of variety here?
You know what? If
it ain't
if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
habits are habits. But yeah, that'd be interesting to see Alexis get in there and see how she can do.
9:27 remaining in this third quarter, and waiting for the end. There we go, Michael.
I'm happy.
Going
for
in.
Go get him.
See if she can.
Listed as an
Make the
outside
tackle.
linebacker.
Yeah,
That's
and an
cool.
offensive.
Yeah, go get him.
All right. Well, it's exciting to see.
It is. I love it. We're an equal opportunity football league.
Wow. Thankfully,
We need some diversity in this booth, though.
Same kicker, Owen Drake.
and a little short boot.
Uh-oh.
It's going to be carried. It's in the middle of the field this time, Zach, but brought down quickly. Big tackle there by number 42
Yeah.
in Lincoln Wilkins.
Lincoln's a special teams beast. Junior looking to make a name for himself, and he'll stay on the field as the B unit will try to thwart West's opportunity to get a first point on the board here. This is their chance to do it.
You got to remember, Souhegan was able to win 53-0 the first game versus Hillsborough, Deering, and now with one more score, it would be about the same thing. But with, again, plenty of time to go in this contest, West would love to be able to put something up on the board here, and now is the perfect time from about the 31-yard line, a 1st and 10. Man in motion. Going to be a run from the other side, trying to get to the outside, and it's going to be brought down.
That was a great
Big tackle right there.
Just shed the block and kept it contained.
Looks like that was number 88 and Kenley Scott.
Good job, Kenley Scott, because that's hard to do. You shed that block. He's not a bigger guy, too, so he uses his foundation and makes a great play at the end. Those sweep plays are really not working out for West.
No. And especially the quarterback runs. I haven't seen one get more than 5 yards. And Gio loves to run. That's something I picked up on, especially last week against Watertown. He did a lot of running on his own. He did a lot of improvising back there. I like to think Gio Doria kind of like a jazz player, going out and improvising, doing a lot of his own stuff. But Souhegan has done a great job of containing Gio Doria back there. He has not been able to run the ball.
And a pass is incomplete there.
I like the call, and I'll tell you what. Last week they did a direct snap to CJ Carl Taylor Jr., and that mixed it up a little bit. You might see him take some snaps, direct snaps, and just like a wildcat type of thing.
Yeah. I just would really want to see something get going for West. Get a little bit of positive coming out here. It's little wins from here till the end of the fourth quarter, especially now that they're down by 47. Maybe is their main goal get points? I mean, obviously that's the main goal in the sport of football.
That's the sport for you in a nutshell.
This is the guy to get it, too.
Oh, a big. I mean, that's a wrestling type tackle right there, what we just saw.
No mercy.
No,
Here comes 50.
I like it. Go get him. So she'll be playing outside linebacker as this hit on. So I like to see this, and I love the sideline again. All these guys, Romy Jane has no reason to be up front rooting his team on except for the fact that he's just a leader.
And you can see him right there, right by the chain gang, talking to his teammates. And now here we go with a 4th and 7 for West.
And go near side here.
Handoff.
Oh, Paradise.
Finally trying to make something happen, and he's going to be stopped short.
Yeah.
And the ball will be turned over at about the 38-yard line for the Sabres to have their offense come out onto the field again. 6 minutes remaining. The clock is running.
Guess who made that tackle?
Please don't tell me 13.
Nope.
Okay.
Nope. Number 50, Alexis Wilson.
Oh, okay.
So
I was really, if Hickman made another tackle, I was.
Hickman's drinking water and making plans for the night.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it is a Friday night. You might as well, you can see him right below us. His
what are we doing
helmet
tonight?
is nowhere nearby. They are, trying to look around, figure out whose house are we going to go to for pizza.
They're ready for all-you-can-eat boneless wings at Applebee's after this.
That's a great deal. I got to say, Applebee's, their promotion on Thursday Night Football was, it felt like every commercial break was about Applebee's last night.
Guys, we're down to 5 minutes already. This running clock's very
helpful, especially when it's a 47-point game here.
Oh, nice fake right there. Run from the quarterback. Look at this QB draw. It is finally brought down. What a good run right there by Fiango.
They got, 5 minutes left here in this third quarter, and obviously Souhegan's full of talent.
Oh, yeah.
They are loaded with talent top to bottom.
Think about it. It's practice every day. You got your ones versus your twos. These guys are going against the best players in the state at practice every day, so of course they're going to be ready to step up.
Michael, I would love to be able to come to practice someday and see if I still could help out.
I just want to kick an extra point.
That's true. We will try to get that this year for sure.
We'll do it at the Turkey Bowl.
Look forward to that on Thanksgiving Day.
Wear my steel-toed shoes.
Oh, boy. All right, 1st and 10, 4:20 to go in this third quarter. High snap. It's going to be fun. Oh, he hangs on to it.
Oh, my goodness.
And look at him go. He gets finally brought down at about the 5-yard line.
Fiango is not bad at running, is he?
This is a Fiango fiesta tonight here. I mean, already he's been able to show what he's capable of. I mean, obviously, it's a lot different in high school football, but I mean, just to these couple plays, I think he's capable of running an offense on his own somewhere, and he probably loves it here in Souhegan. I just think he has the talent. I mean, Fiengo, he's a sophomore. Romy Jane, a junior.
Yes,
If he can get the training from Romy Jane, who's obviously a 3-star quarterback prospect, I really do think by the time Fiengo's going to be ready to take over this team.
Well, he's feeling El Fuego the way that he's been playing this
Yeah.
drive.
When
We'll
you get
see if he finishes it off.
When you get a botched snap, it turns into schoolyard football, and that's kind of his game.
Except for West.
And it's going to be tackled and only a 1-yard gain. It will be 2nd and goal here.
I feel like that's something West has got to learn of is botch snap. The play's not over. The ball is still live. But you see, when snaps go way over the head, it's more like a get on it and get down. But it looked to me like Fiengo might have dropped the ball and the snap picked it right up and kept going. And really in all sports, the play's not over till the whistle's blown, and really in most sports. And that's just, again, I'm really loving Fiengo tonight, coming in and really just showing what he's capable of, and especially his poise and perseverance just on that one play of botching the snap and being able to just take himself down the field, get a great gain to set the Sabers up here.
In the shotgun formation, hands off, and he's going to be wrapped up and
tackle.
brought down.
Good form tackle.
Big tackle right there. Just said, you're not getting past me, and wrapped him up, and that will be a 3rd and long now.
Yeah, Raudalunas really couldn't just carry 7 guys up front. But, yeah, now we got ourselves a 3rd and 5.
That's a nice, strong tackle right there from West. Like
Yeah.
to see that.
Divine McCall, number 56, is all over the place. He's one of their starters, and he's going to have, he's their linebacker. LB, that's your guy. 56 is the right number, too.
Well, here we go. 3rd and goal from about the 4-yard line. And Souhegan
QB
trying to
keeper.
get in again.
Yep.
Little confusion, and look at that.
Fiengo!
It's quick.
El Fuego gets in again, and that will make it a 53-0 lead for the Souhegan Sabers. And things are just looking good down there in Amherst tonight for their football squad.
What a play call. I mean, you really don't know who it was really going to there. It looked like they were going to Raudalunas, and they were like, you know what, Fiengo, why don't you take this in yourself? You brought us all the way down here. We'll get you into the end zone. I really love the play call there from Souhegan. Let's see if they'll finish it off here.
I can tell you what.
Kick is blocked.
It's
So, like I was saying earlier, they beat down their first game 53-0, and now you have it again, a 53-0 lead.
With a quarter left to play.
Here's the thing. This is their chance. Don't think for a second when you have no points scored against you that they don't want that preserved.
Right.
It's so important for them to
Yeah.
keep that 0, and it's so important for West to not have a 0.
Yeah.
So that's kind of the storyline at this point.
It's who's going to keep their streak alive. We knew one of these teams was going to come out with their streak alive, and obviously Souhegan, they're trending towards winning this game.
I'd say.
It's really up to the point where
What do you think, Kyle?
can West get on the board, or will Souhegan find themselves continuing to have their stellar defense shut out these teams? Obviously, they had Hillsborough Deering, and then they had Milford. Not too familiar with those programs, but
I can't forget Hopkinton too. That's the I forget what the red something. I forget what their mascot is.
well, they are combined with Hillsborough Deering. That's what I saw.
I did not know Romy Jane was a junior. That's trouble
Yeah.
for New Hampshire.
It really is. 3-star prospect as a junior. It really can only go up from here if he can stay healthy and continuing to be the player he is. He's being very charismatic right now, chatting it up. It looks like he's chatting up with Louis Toledo, a junior lineman.
yeah, he ripped
Short
the
kick over to the other side of the field. He's just
Whoa.
going to hold on to it, and obviously, I don't think he expects to ever get the ball, number 52 for West, and he played it smart and just said no.
Just
I'm
Tony
not
Rivera.
trying to run this.
Yeah.
Watch Romy Jane. He takes the tape off his arms, and that's what he's wincing in pain from. It's like a bikini wax type of thing.
You know, these. I mean, I understand. This is not nice.
Ouch.
He is in some serious pain trying to get this off, and
Trainer's like, you need help? Yeah.
I mean, he's still struggling here. He's almost there.
The most pain he's been in.
I feel ESPN would take a picture of this, be like, Romy Jane wincing on the sideline. This doesn't look good. In reality, he's just taking his arm tape off.
And now 1st and 10 for West. A handoff, trying to get to the outside, able to get 2 yards before he is tackled.
You got to rip it off at once, I think.
We were talking about before in the first half, J.J. Bright being able to get things done on the offense and on the defense, but they take it to their second-string running back doing the same things. It's Rylan Raudolinas who is in there to help influence that tackle. He's showing shades of J.J. Bright. Raudolinas a sophomore, Bright a senior. Speaking of Bright, it's a bright future for the Souhegan Sabers.
It's a great way to use that right there. 30 seconds left in this third quarter. And we'll see if West will get one more playoff. It is about a 2nd and 6 here, as they were able to get a good amount of yards right now. And now 15 seconds to go. Play handoff again. He's going to be held off. Tries to use a stiff arm. Is still on his feet and is finally brought down at the 40-yard line. That will be the last play of the quarter, as able to put up 2 touchdowns were the Sabers. And now 12 minutes to go. It will be the Blue Knights that will try to make something happen and get this goose egg off their back and able to score some points.
Yeah, Hayden Marshall, I don't know if that's his first touch of the game, but I think that might be one of the first times we've called his name tonight. And, he did a good job pushing himself up the field. I'd like to see more of him tonight. I mean, he's a bigger body running back, and I saw him in the backfield. I say, we really haven't seen this build back there. They have a lot of skinnier, stronger guys in that running back spot, and I really do like to see a little bit change here for West. I mean, change something up. If it's minor, if it's major, you down by 53, you don't have much to lose. I do like seeing Hayden Marshall back there for that play. One thing I did want to comment on before, I wrote before the game that West will only be able to stay in this game if they found Souhegan's defensive weaknesses, and it really turned out they didn't have much time to do that because a lot of pressure was getting in the face of Gio Doria, and Souhegan has done a great job of limiting him tonight. We haven't seen a lot of positive rushing yards from Doria tonight. We haven't seen a lot of penalties. If there's one positive to take away from this game for the Blue Knights is we haven't seen a lot of dumb penalties. It's more just been on the special teams giving up bad field possession rather. We haven't seen as much penalties as I saw last week against Watertown.
Did you watch that game last?
I did,
okay,
yeah.
Because that was, I'd say, about, and I'm not kidding, maybe 45 penalties.
Yeah.
It was. There were more flags than a U.S. embassy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I haven't seen the yellow flag tonight. Well, we have seen it. We had a pass interference. I haven't seen it, especially in the second half. Now that we're in the fourth quarter. If there's one thing Coach Provencher is going to have, I'm sure he's noticed this as well, is they've played more. Speaking of yellow flags, that was 72 jumping there. That was Jacob LaHaulier, junior lineman.
Coach Provencher is in a tough spot right now because he's his first-year coach, and he's getting a lot of scrutiny. But the fact that he's able to not listen to it is important, and he's doing it. I think he's, obviously he's the right guy for the job. He got the job. So you got to stick with the guy. And I'm telling you, once they win a couple games, things will turn around for them.
Well, you know what, guys? That penalty made it 1st and 10 now. So big signs right here for the Blue Knights, able to get the ball and get some yards easily.
We haven't seen Logan Paradise very much this game, and he's definitely one of their studs.
Hayden Marshall backed out there in the backfield. Love to see that.
There he is.
Now, quick handoff into Souhegan territory and down at the 45-yard line. And now into Souhegan territory. West able to get something going here.
There we go, Logan Paradise, Mike, as you were saying.
I had an opportunity to talk to him last game, and he's tall. He's imposing. He's a football player.
He's also a javelin thrower. One thing I've picked up on before, a javelin thrower on the track and field team.
He likes long walks on the beach, too, I think.
Okay. Well, I mean, who doesn't?
I mean, come on.
That's maybe not during a hurricane or whatever tropical disturbance that Lee is now at this point in the night. But here we go, another handoff.
Marshall,
able to get it through. Look at this.
Hayden Marshall.
Chipping and driving down to the 25-yard line.
This is what I'm talking about. This is the time for people to shine. Get on tape. Now, obviously, that's going to lead to another opportunity for him.
Right.
Good run. Big man,
he will
huh?
be coming off the field, but A lot of happiness right now out of big number 3-4.
I commented on this before. Obviously, Hayden Marshall, love to see him getting opportunities, and this is exactly what he needs to be doing, taking the ball down the field, getting himself points, mentally.
Just like Christian Okoye on that one.
Yeah. He really is he's probably beaming up there on the sidelines. To be honest, it's tough to look at that scoreboard, but like I commented on before, the little wins that West needs to give themselves a little bit of momentum.
That's their longest play of the game so far.
Oh, for sure. And now it gets them almost into the red zone. And
there you go. Get him the ball, too.
Handoff. Gets able to
Good run.
up to 4 yards right there.
Was that Paradise?
That was
like
Carl Taylor Jr.
Carl Taylor
on that
Jr.
one.
Carl Taylor Jr. is in a weird spot where he doesn't really define the position.
Yeah.
He's kind of a wild, like a monster back type on defense, and he kind of just inputs him wherever.
Yeah, he's got Cordell Patterson vibes to me. He can go back, return a kick, line up at receiver, line up in the backfield.
As a freshman.
And he's listed as an outside linebacker
yeah,
as well. So
he can really do it all. And
when he was a freshman, him and his brother Ishan ran the offense.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was some good times
Now
right
he's
here.
a senior, and he's going through some woes right now, but he's keeping his head up and moving forward. I like it.
Well, 9:20 to go in this contest. And here we go. The second down. The
There we
throw
go.
is up.
Go get it.
And knocked down
man.
at the goal line.
Thought Terrence had his touchdown right there.
Oh boy, did I think that.
I like it,
Aiden
though.
McGrath.
Hey, let him go, man. Let him play. Let Gio get out there.
First target in a while. too.
I did mention before that Gio Doria is a lot like a jazz player. His improvisation, he's able to just move around in the pocket, but he obviously has arm talent back there, too. I think I saw him. Ooh, we have an injured player here, but he did drop back in the pocket. He delivered a good ball, just a good pass breakup.
I
That was a
can't
great
see
pass
from
breakup.
my angle who this is, but the players have dropped to one knee.
Looks like it's
And
56.
Yeah, that's going to be he's been all over the place.
And that's Divine McCall. And this is just tough, especially in
He's
this
up on his feet.
situation.
That's a good sign. Walking off, so he's doing better than Aaron Rodgers did on Monday night with getting off the field.
Senior.
And hopefully
he's a
we
senior.
can see him in a few weeks as we will take some time off from the West games. 3 weeks in a row. First time in my 5 years, Michael and Zach, that I've had to cover the same team 3 weeks in a row. But
6
that's
home
just-
games will do that.
That's just the way things are with how the schedule has been done. Central is down, facing against the Londonderry Lancers tonight. They were trying to do
That'd
the
be a tough-
green out.
And I did hear that Memorial's holding their own against Winnicott.
Winnicott, I think, is 0-2 as well. They did not do very well against Portsmouth Oyster River last week, from what I saw.
Good carry
Not even
there.
able to put up any points. So
That was a good carry. He kind of
Carl Taylor.
followed his blocks. He's shifty, and when you get big Aiden Paradise leading the way.
Yeah.
but gentlemen, tough spot. We were able to get the first down into the red zone.
Guys, we're moving here.
Scott Hansen's tuning in here. We finally got ourselves red zone action. Now, last time they started the game in the red zone on a big run, and then penalties brought them back. Let's see now that they're in the red zone if they can settle in and stay disciplined and find themselves in the end zone now on 1st and 10 from the 15.
Give the ball to 6. Oh, it's
Whoa,
interesting.
quickly gives it up to 5, trying to rumble, but he's going to be brought down probably for about a 2-yard gain right there.
I don't know why
But
they're
a
getting-
nice try there to Logan Paradise.
You know what I think is attributed to their success on this drive? I haven't seen a straight quarterback run from Gio Doria. I haven't seen that happen, and it hasn't worked for them. And now I really think they have to find out what the issue was tonight that Gio hasn't been able to run. He's had success doing it this year. What can they change to get Gio to come out? Because obviously he's a huge offensive factor for this team. If they want to score points and stay competitive, they have to let him be able to run.
They can't get around the edge.
Right.
The Souhegan's DNs are sealing that edge really well.
And it's definitely been hard for him to run up the middle and power it as well.
There you go. Get some space.
Carl Taylor, he's going to get wrapped up and
my.
brought down. There's not much Logan Paradise could have done to make blocks to 3 different guys.
Pig pile.
I saw 15 in there. Ryan Rodolinas just getting back in there.
Yeah, 42. There's some names we've been calling a lot.
Yeah. I just saw a hustle from 45. Marcus Stout coming off the field. That's something I love to point out is just players coming out and giving it their all on and off the field.
Jonathan Basha as well.
3rd and 8 here.
Running off the field.
I'd like to see them get the ball to Terrence Bowell again. I mean,
Yeah.
he started out
Take
hot.
a shot. I mean, if I'm Gio, I'd rather overthrow it than underthrow it because I have seen a lot of underthrown balls in the end zone intercepted.
Watch near side here, 23. This is a big one. And then you got, if throwing the ball, Keyshawn needs to keep the ball in his hands.
3rd and 8. And he's trying to run. Hits a wall and is going to be brought down. And we will have a big 4th down with 6:20 to go in this contest.
Do you go for pride points? Maybe kick a field goal, get on the scoreboard?
That's funny.
Or do you,
I don't know if you do that.
8 yards are
I don't hate that idea though.
They got 8 yards, well, 6 yards now actually, to get the first down.
Bring on the soccer kicker, right?
Rowan St. Jean, I don't see him out there, but to me, this is would be the win internally for West, is if they can score here.
Running clock. This is their last chance to do it, probably.
All right, 5:45 to go in the contest. West 4th down. It's going to be a handoff. Finds a hole, and he's going to be brought down short of the first down.
Look at
and
the bench.
Souhegan will take the
Tell
ball back.
Tell me they don't want a goose egg on the board.
Oh, my
The whole
goodness.
bench was fired up right there. From Jane to Bright to everyone. They're all high-fiving. They want that 0.
That had to be the most intense play we've had since the first couple of drives.
Weird call though, right?
Yeah.
Inside handoff.
Yeah, I would have loved to see them let Gio throw there. I mean, obviously, this is a run-first scheme, but on 4th and 4, me personally would have liked him to take a shot to Terrence Bauer there, or anybody else on that offense who can really go out and make a play. But I would have liked to see a run there. I would have liked to see a pass there from Doria. But we will see 50. She's coming out on offense.
Yeah, and West is bringing their number 2s out there. So we got some new numbers out there. You see 36. You see number 3. You see a lot of players that aren't really getting in the game.
Sophomores,
they're all going to be in there.
underclassmen coming in here.
So both teams have their backup units in, and that's fun to see too.
Yeah.
I'd like to see Alex Seibal, the sophomore defensive lineman. He's got some size to it. Yeah, we got 4:20 to go.
We got late arrival here. It looks like Andrew Haley coming on a little bit, and we have a timeout.
Well,
flag here, probably delay game, false start, something like that.
Good to see them get in the
it's
field.
got to go against Souhegan, so that'll bring them back 5 yards.
You get those white uniforms coming off the sideline. Didn't expect coach to call his number right there.
So they called timeout in the booth, but we do have the ball moving back. So, and I don't really think this is an issue for Michael Fiengo. I mean, I think now he's got himself a hand to play against here. This is like
He might get a 94-yard touchdown run.
It really wouldn't surprise me. It really wouldn't.
Chase Knuckles to our near side. We'll see if we call his name one more time. Instead of run up the middle, breaking tackles right there. And Ryland looking good as a sophomore running back, guys. The clock didn't even want to start on that. So he was able to get a free play on that.
I love the name Chase Knuckles. Wow, that's cool.
We always love a good name when it comes to broadcasting these games.
I don't know, Mike, if you remember Anakin Underhill from 2 months ago in the Laconia game. I mean, that's got to be one of the best names. I also didn't think I'd be calling his name at all tonight, but
And I don't think I'd hear that name.
yeah,
either.
yeah.
Well, when you commentate a 19-inning game, whatever it was you guys did for that baseball game that day.
Yeah, welcome to the booth.
Yeah, welcome back. Now you see why we give you a little bit of break before coming back.
a 2-month hiatus after.
Big tackle, and it brought back into a little kind of late shove. And able to just say, hey, man, cool it.
It's been a clean game, though. Really has. Both teams showing top sportsmanship.
Thomas Acosta.
West had about 3 misconduct penalties last week.
Yeah, so
really cleaned it up this week.
Yeah, and again, that's one of their wins tonight. Not on the scoreboard, clearly down 53, but again, comment on it again. 5 minutes left to go in the fourth quarter. Not a lot of penalizations on the Blue Knights tonight.
Well, here we go. 3 minutes to go in this contest.
QB keeper for sure.
3rd and 5 right now. And handoff.
There he goes.
Gets to the outside and back to the inside. He will get that first down.
Flag.
But you guys saw it before me. A flag being thrown.
Right at the same time as the ref, I did the old little holding. Couldn't really tell who that was on, but I mean, this is just something you're going to get with your B team. But both of these teams, A teams, have had really good. What's the word I'm looking for? They haven't been penalized, but we did see the yellow flag thrown out there.
Again, thank you to Fred Russell, Jim Gargano, John Andrick, Ken Macko, and Brian Sullenberger. I know that there's a shortage of referees in the state of New Hampshire, and to know you guys take your time to come and do these games. If anyone listening has got any interest in possibly being a high school referee, every sport needs more officials, and whatever you can do to help, it's a great way to see the game up and close and personal, and you're able to kind of help out with making high school sports a thing here. So with 2:45 to go, it's going to be a 3rd and 10 now for the Sabers.
West looking to overcome a 145-0 deficit in the first 3 games.
And a little handoff. Let's see if they can get him. And instead of Ryland gets to the outside, he's able to make a couple misses, and it finally brought out of bounds.
Close.
Just short. They're kind of looking at it right now, trying to see.
They gave it to him.
Oh, it is a first down.
That should wrap it up.
I would like to call him J.J. Bright Jr. I mean, he's
Yeah.
really been doing what J.J. Bright really did in the first half, and it's really fun to say the name Ryland Rudolinas tonight. I mean, something just rolls off the tongue. But he's been rolling on the field, especially offensively and defensively, and what a way for him to pick up that first down.
The 7th meeting between these two teams. Souhegan is now about to go 7-0 in the final minute and 50 seconds. 880th game, Michael, in West Blue Knights history tonight.
100th season right now.
100
But
seasons.
season 1 for Coach Proventia.
And we have
It looks like they're going to kind of just call it.
Yeah.
knees
That's
are
good.
down, and that's
Taking the high road.
pretty much going to do it. West is out of timeouts, and the clock will continue to tick down. But, Zach, it's been a pleasure to have you
Yeah,
here,
absolutely.
man. I look forward to having you back in another game. I know you're doing the Memorial Band, so any Memorial game, you'll be up there in the stands supporting your Crusaders, and I look forward to seeing what your Crusaders can do next week. I know you had a tough loss versus Providence Central, and then also, I forget who you played last week, but it was
Salem.
Salem, yeah. It was kind of a one-sided affair. But for
Zach-
Michael, you'll be heading to Gill Stadium
Yes,
next
okay.
Friday night to see the Crimson Tide come into town.
Zach, I look forward to seeing you on the baseball field, too.
Yeah, I can't wait for baseball season to
As
start.
you are a member of the baseball squads, too.
Yeah,
So good luck in the future. You know, we love having you in here.
I love being here, and I'm telling you, this is my last time here. I a lot of things, I do a lot, but, I mean, obviously broadcasting is one of my passions, and I obviously will be back in the booth again. Hopefully it's not a 2-month hiatus like it was last time. I'd
See what we can do.
love to get myself back
pressure.
in here.
Gentlemen, I got to ask you the big question, player of the game.
Okay. I'm going to go with, I got to do it. Romy Jane had 5 touchdown passes.
It's really hard to compete with Romy Jane, but today I'm going with a 1A and a 1B.
Number 10 was
Co-players
then-
of the game.
I'll give co-players a game for Souhegan's A team, and then second half performer.
Brandon Hickman.
I really got to give the second half performer to Ryland Rodolinas. He did a great job coming in the second half, but obviously I'm going to give 1A to Romy Jane, 1B to Braden Hickman, and obviously the entirety of the Souhegan offense coming out and showing what they're made of and saying, hey, Pelham, guess what? We're going to come to play.
They got a goose egg.
The final seconds tick off, and Souhegan with a 53-0 victory. And it's been a pleasure to be with you for these past 3 weeks. West football will be back and better than ever. It's going to take some time, but I think that they're starting to get a good pedigree, and it's been a pleasure to be with you. For Executive Director Jason Cody, Operations Specialist Joe Lahr, Operations Assistant Brendan McCormick, my name is Kyle Levy for Manchester Public Television. Along with me, Michael Gonzalez and Zachary Johnson. It's been a pleasure to be with you on this Friday night. Everyone be safe. This has been a production of Manchester Public Television. Take care, everyone. We'll see you again soon for more Friday Night Football. Good night and stay safe.